What happened last week? Why did I draw a blank? I remember the ass end of the session, but I'm not good. What was in the beginning of it?
We began that session, I believe, leaving Karkaloric.
Wasn't it last session was just us trying to get more closer to Bremen, and then you almost TPK'd us?
Yeah. So
Well, based
we
on
left
some stupid decision, but okay.
It was...
Karkaloric, and you guys had gotten kind of turned around in a blizzard, and we had begun last session in combat with
the giants on the mammoths, right?
Right.
Oh yeah. And I almost died.
3 of you almost died, if I recall.
Yeah.
That was pretty great.
Yeah. Who was it? It was Adol, Kieran, and Cronus?
Yep.
Yeah, Cronus.
62
And then you
point
saved
for
my ass.
damage, bro. What the fuck? I wasn't expecting it. Granted, they were a giant, so maybe.
See if you've been raging. Oh, wait. Well, so we fought them. We fought something. Did we have like 3 combats last session?
Was it 3? We had the what was it? The people who walk in the night skeletons died, whatever. Fucked one of our bears up.
Yeah, that was the
Oh my god, yeah, rest in peace.
that was the combat session at the end of it. Yeah, the cold light walkers, I think.
Night walkers.
Supposed to scream for that.
I remember there was some creepy voice shit right before they started attacking our polar bears, but I cannot
That's just the
remember
Paul's voice.
what it was. Behold, this is the doom of all that go against me or some shit like that. I don't know. Dungeon Daddy, fill in the blanks.
Yeah. You heard a voice say, "This is the doom that awaits you all. This is the fate of any who dare to claim what is mine.
That's
Behold
right.
the final light."
An owl lady.
Or boating.
Yeah, that was a lot of pretty much what happened. That the adventure was a lot of combat, and you guys had a very interesting run-in with those giants riding mammoths. A long ways back to Bremen, what you guys had decided to go to instead of going to
Targos?
Hollow. There's your Bremen Target, so you guys were going to go and check out that sound that those crazy people are talking about.
That's right.
Like 2 months ago.
Crazy.
That's right.
But you guys had decided to instead proceed to Bremen for a, I guess like a warm rest in an inn. To remind you guys, a couple sessions ago, Craig had left the party. He had left the party with your map. And
That's
so
right.
you also are in the process of reconstructing such map. And I believe we are like 3 out of 10 days in the map construction.
Okay.
Holy
So
Roll new character faggots.
Yeah. Oops. God damn it.
He just had to stop us before we hit the 4th day.
Yeah.
It's like, you will not have a map. He like accidentally gave it to us, and he's been contemplating like, how do I get rid of it?
The whole
We're
time.
progressing too fast.
This map could change everything.
So you guys are currently in a predicament. I believe it's the middle of the night when this happened, and you are just finishing up combat. One polar bear is pretty bloodied. The other
Oh, it's
polar
fucked.
bear is frozen completely in a block of ice, and you are about
Maybe
3
he's still
hours.
alive.
Yeah, maybe. You don't know. You guys are 3 hours out of Bremen. What do you guys want to do?
Well,
Well,
obviously
can I
we gotta sit
see if
down
the polar
and
bear's
try to
alive?
save our polar bears so we don't have to walk across this shit.
Bro, we just hook it up to the shield guardian and it just pulls us.
That's true. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
You
we
mentioned
don't
that
want
last time.
it to be dead, bro. The polar bear carried, our dumbasses through a lot.
Do we need to
Not mine, but
build a funeral pyre for the polar bear?
well, maybe it's still alive.
Look
Yeah,
at
It's
it,
really
bro.
cold.
Look
Yeah,
at
is
it.
there real life logic or is it like cartoon
Since-
logic?
What's up?
Can I start like doing like produce flame, but like not trying to like damage the polar bear?
Just trying to melt the ice.
Just melting ice.
Yeah, that's fine.
I want to get at that cold polar bear heart.
So you're gonna start. You cast Produce Flame. You're kind of holding it up against the frozen polar bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do it around the head first. Start at the head.
What am I hearing?
Something's
that?
flying down on us.
Yeah, I was saying, I hear like wings or some shit. What the fuck is it?
It's a vulture.
It's
Is it the guy or the girl that's frozen?
Roll a survival on the other polar bear.
Gotta look if there's a dick or not.
Survival to sex the bear.
Oh, this sucks.
It might not have a big one. Main
then-
I
one.
mean, it's a small female.
Oh.
Perfect.
Quick,
Gotta get it out of the
Ophelia.
way.
Ophelia, heat up the ass end, and I'm gonna start pulling my pants. No, I'm just kidding.
You duck your head under there.
That's a penis.
Yeah, that definitely is a penis. It's the girl that's
It's a
frozen.
massive schlong.
Oh, it's the girl
The
that's
girl is
frozen?
frozen, you said?
Yeah.
Oh no!
That's something Cronus
Yeah.
hasn't seen yet.
How does the other
Yeah,
polar bear
what's
feel
that?
about this?
The other polar bear looks. Not only is the other polar bear greatly wounded, he looks to be in great distress.
Oh no.
At least we can feed him.
That's. Yeah? I don't think that's a wise idea. I was sitting here thinking
No.
about it. I was like, what if we try to butcher the polar bear to save them, to like, for like the meat? But then I was like, yo, hold up. That's probably a bad idea. With the other one, like, less than 5 feet away from it.
I
The
mean,
other
they're
polar
polar
bear
bears.
uses the
They're not
depression.
intelligent, are they?
It's like if you and your
Pretty
girl are.
intelligent.
It's like you and your girl are walking down the road, right? And some dude runs out and shoots her, and then some other random fucker just shows up and starts eating her. It'd probably be like you'd be like, "Yo, what the fuck is going on?"
So messed up.
A zombie apocalypse? Like shit, bro.
Ophelia, you will produce flame up to this polar bear. You've been holding it for probably about 10 minutes. You can see that some of this ice is starting to melt, but there's still significant more to go. You're probably about a quarter of the way in after 10 minutes.
She's
Roll
doing
nat
that. Can
20
we
on
check
produce
around
flame
the,
doesn't change that.
the wagon to see if
This
it's
is
like
what first thing.
not frozen anywhere?
I'm gonna check the wagon to see if it's frozen.
Yeah, see if like froze like a wheel or an axle or something.
Check.
Make sure
I
it
mean,
still goes.
check the harness on the bear. That might be frozen.
Roll investigation.
What?
So, you're looking over all your equipment, essentially the wagon and the equipment that's saddling these bears. And nothing aside from the bear appears to be frozen.
Okay. That's a positive.
Yeah, right. Silver lining, right?
How fares Ophelia at melting the bear out of the ice?
Quarter of the way through, I think is what he said.
Oh, okay.
And
Wow.
so after another 10 minutes, you notice that you're kind of at the point where the bear's like head is free, and you can see for sure that this bear is not breathing, but
Great.
you're probably about halfway through from this ice.
Well, if it took her 20 minutes to get halfway through the ice, that's probably definite like brain damage. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Like
Oh, well.
that's probably.
Ophelia's gonna keep going.
we can still salvage like what the bear has, like skin it and
We're just
get
sitting here
rations.
staring at Ophelia thaw this polar bear out, and it's like the Journey song from Destiny 2 is playing in the background, like that sad ass violin shit, dude.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Oh god, man. I was making a joke. I don't know if we should skin it in
And
front
from-
of the other
from
alive
some-
polar bear.
From somewhere in your distance, you hear Craig's voice going, Lamau.
Skin this polar bear and then drape it over the other one to keep it extra warm, and it'll never suffer this again.
We're not skinning the polar bear.
Put it on the shield guardian.
Yeah.
The shield guardian will take a
Oh,
polar
dude, we
bear.
can give this
Make
shit
it
guardian a
crawl on all
badass
fours.
cape.
Let's see if we can deceive the polar bear to see if the shield guardian is the other polar bear.
There you go. Just make it a big ass pelt.
Fuck.
I think that'd be
Skinning the polar
terrifying.
bear.
It's like just watching like a fucking like 10-15 foot automaton on all fours wearing a bear pelt just walking through, and I'd be like, nah, I'm good. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Run simulation, polar bear. Roar.
Rawr.
I didn't hear an XD.
Unzip RAR file.
Holy shit.
I feel like you spend another 20 minutes with this produced flame, and the polar bear is completely unfrozen. It's slouched over the ground, and
Yeah.
definitely not breathing.
Oh.
Quick!
Do CPR.
No, Ophelia, hit it with a fucking, hit it with one of them thunderbolts. Your storm cloud or whatever you can do.
Don't do that.
Call
It's
lightning.
It's gonna ruin
Yeah.
the pelt.
Just
Stop.
strike it with a lightning
We're
bolt.
not skinning
You-
the bear.
I'm not saying to skin it, but if you hit it,
Why
you
can't
might
we
be able
skin
to.
the
You might be
bear?
able to jolt
Yeah,
its
like-
I'm
heart
not gonna
back.
fucking let you.
You might be
Who's
able
gonna stop us?
It'd be
You?
disrespectful
Ophelia.
if we just left it here.
to. Oh yeah.
Try
you're
it, bits.
Oog comes and puts his hand on Ophelia's shoulder and says,
Smacks the fucking shit out of her.
"There are spells that revivify dead animals.
Ooh.
Oh, but Oog does not know such a spell."
I
Fucking
think I saw
useless,
Oog
dude.
stumble a little bit over that revivify. Had too many syllables in it. It's a big word. Don't trip over it.
Oh,
That's how he feels about that. That's powerful.
God.
Alright, so the other bear is not doing so hot either, right? Can we like patch him up or what the fuck?
yeah.
I'm shaking Ophelia. It's over. It's dead. Work on the one that's living.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, so, I mean, these polar bears are just creatures, and you should be able to use your healing magics to...
Alright, nice.
All I heard
Yeah,
is they're just
Waters.
creatures. Who cares if they die?
God damn.
I mean, what would you rather do? Try to bury them under like this 3 feet of ice and snow that we have here?
Bury them?
She'd probably thaw the
Just
ground for
stupid.
2 hours and then do it.
Yeah. We might as well just salvage what there is instead of just leaving
Wait,
them out there
Sid.
for like animals to get to them.
Yeah,
Oh, Jesus.
The bear is a like their brother and sister, or they.
yeah, they're brother and sister.
No, they
Alright,
were.
Can I cast Cure Wounds on the?
Yeah, you
bear
can heal
then?
the other bear. That'd be
On
nice.
the one that's alive, yeah.
Yeah, on the one that's alive. Yes. Sorry, I had to apparently.
The dead one.
I'm not that stupid.
I don't know that.
I'm casting Cure 2 on my dead teammate, but I cannot get it to
Why
work.
is it just targeting me?
The green number's on me, not him.
Alrighty, you cure this bear for 10 points of health,
Whoa.
and the bear looks a little bit better, but still looks bloodied.
Yeah. Ooh, 10 points of health.
Wait, do I have this spell? I know. Okay. And I'd also like to cast Speak with Animals.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask the bear.
To turn
Well,
around
we-
so we can skin its sibling, yeah.
God damn! Fucking Christ! What would the bear want us to do with its dead? Wait, which one's the?
If you died in front of that bear, it'd 100% eat you.
As soon as you guess speak with animals, the bear says, "Ooh, my sister! What happened to her?"
I'm sorry,
What is this?
Mr. Bear.
It sounds like that shit in What's Eating Gilbert Grape, where he's like, "Mama, Mama, wake up!" Like,
Ophelia,
what are you saying?
Ooh, what
Mr.
you
Bear,
say?
I'm sorry.
Ophelia,
your
try to
sister's dead.
explain to him that we have to eat her.
explain the concept.
No,
Ex-
we literally have rations.
Yeah, you try and explain the concept of death to a polar bear. Okay.
Do it. Like we don't
I
have
wanna
time.
hear
We gotta
this.
get out of here.
I want to hear this. I want to hear you trying to explain the concept of death to a polar bear. Do it.
Your inspiration's
Do it.
on the line.
Do it. Your inspiration's on the
The
line.
polar bear says, "You're not gonna skin her, are you?"
Oh, damn.
I will make sure that we don't.
I don't
Mr.
think the polar-
Bear.
I don't think the polar bear would know what that means. Sorry.
Damn, bro. I thought our polar bears were like badass. We got fucking Winnie the Boo-Hoo over here.
Oh my god.
I wanted that polar bear to be like, she went down fighting like a fucking champion.
I'm kind of, in hindsight, I'm kind of mad that polar bear, when we first talked to it, wasn't like, "Oh, bother." Like,
Oh, yeah, I don't talk to these polar bears.
Polar bear says, "Thanks for healing me, kind lass."
I'm sorry, I can't do the same for your friend. Or your sister. What? Wait, what?
Polar bear makes
You
a
good?
noise of distress.
Do you want us to do anything with your sister?
Why won't she wake up?
God, dude.
do it.
Well,
Tell the poor
I-
thing what
you-
happened.
This bear is not
I want to hear this.
emotionally developed enough for this.
I would like to
Mr.
imagine we're all standing around while this bear is like having the worst time of its life, and we're all just laughing at it. Like, "Ha, your sister's dead."
Ophelia's like stumbling over her words, relaying everything it says, and we're just like cracking the fuck up.
Like we've all been in character for the past 30 minutes just talking in here like this. It's like just
Alright.
well, Mr. Bear, when I can't use cure wounds on it like I healed you, it's asleep.
Forever.
But like a different kind of sleep.
Oh, man.
Can I ask you one question?
Go ahead.
What brings you to Iceland? Bear?
yes. Yes.
He says,
Oh man, thank you for that.
so she's never gonna wake up?
Never
not
ever,
right
ever.
now.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, don't say that. He's gonna expect us to like drag her along.
Hey, it's sad.
I mean, we can just without skin.
I was hoping there was gonna
We're
be.
not getting the fucking bear.
Oh. I was kind of hoping there was some deep polar bear lore shit who were like, oh yes, the long hibernation. I too saw my parents do this. Like,
Wait, real quick, Sid, I think I figured out where you got this voice from.
Hibernation.
What's
Oh, I
that?
fucking can, bro.
Did you get this voice from Elf? Bye, buddy.
Yeah, I guess so.
he reminds me. No, it reminds me of those things. If you've played Mass Effect, you know the things that don't have any emotion when they talk, but they say how they're supposed
Oh,
to
yeah, yeah.
sound. He's like, grateful exclamation. Thank you, Commander, for stopping by to visit. Like that's like, yeah, the Elcor. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I need water.
Oh man.
Yeah, the Elcor.
So what's the bear say in response?
Eat
Sorry,
water.
what'd you say?
Oh, it's asleep for a long time, and
A fucking flapping freaks me the fuck
The
out.
vultures are coming to eat it. We better do something.
He goes over and just like starts licking her.
Oh my god, this is getting sadder and sadder by the minute.
Like watching.
It's kind of like
Baby monkey.
this story I heard of this blind dude that was waiting on his mage son to come home from battle, and it was his birthday, and he baked him a cake.
Damn. What we can also do is we can like cut off one of its paws and make it like a necklace for it. And it's like, here, it's your sister's paw.
So sweet.
Now she'll always be with you, man.
Bet
Well,
she
you
I
guys
don't
figure this
understand
out.
that. We have to do something.
I'm
Like,
gonna go
if
wait
we
in the
don't
back of the
skin it-
wagon and go to sleep.
If we don't skin it and eat it, then the animals will. Like, just the wild animals out here. We're not gonna be able to bury it. Like, we don't have a lot of options. We could just leave it.
I want a pelt for that fucking guardian.
God damn it.
Imagine that thing, bro. That fucking automaton with a fucking polar bear pelt with like
God,
teeth
that's
and
all I
shit
thought
on
you'd
its head.
type it. I thought you'd have some insight, and then you just type
Yeah.
that shit out.
Bury it. Oh my god.
So fucking dumb.
Do you want us to bury her, Mr. Bear? Didn't wear off. Did it?
Yeah, bro, that bear really thinks his sister died, and it's hilarious.
God damn it! Why does the spell last so short?
Oh my god.
I was thinking about it. I was like, well, you want to see her again?
Shink.
You guys could cut off her head and have it taxidermied
Okay, can I like?
put it on the
Can I-
wagon.
Can I just like cut the head off, right, and then just stick it on the fish? So when the fish starts singing, the polar bear head just swings out and is like, "There's a place
Oh
where
my
I
God,
go."
you're
It's just-
I guess you could. Oh my god. Ugh.
This is
I
honestly
don't
a
think-
very serious topic, and we are not getting
A
anywhere
very
with this.
serious topic.
Yeah.
No.
Come on, you gotta bear with me.
Necromancy. I actually, in my preparation for this campaign, anticipated the topic of necromancy might come up.
What?
But yeah, necromancy is a thing.
I don't have any spells for that.
I
Me
would
neither.
hope not. Necromancy isn't necessarily a druid thing, as far as I'm aware.
Jesus Christ.
I'm pretty sure druids are more like, oh yes, return to the circle of life. Not fuck that shit. I'm gonna break it. I don't think we should, like, it's. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It's just a bear. Like, I could never talk to it, so I don't really feel any attachment to these things.
Yeah, bro. I kind of like I appreciate it, and it was a badass bear, but like that's resources and a pelt.
I could see you guys all standing around it, giving your last words, and this is what you guys are saying to it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fucking Christ.
We're talking all this as we hold our hands together in prayer.
Really fucking tearing up.
I went to get water. Are we doing a prayer circle?
Yeah. Before we skin it, yeah.
Alright. That's
We're
sweet.
not fucking skinning the goddamn bear.
It's
I don't see you stopping
respectful
this,
for
bro.
the animal. It's good.
No, it's not.
We give it thanks for the life it gave for us.
Cronus, your name is Cronus, bro. You can probably do some chronic ass shit. Stop Ophidia from bothering us, bro. Oh, he went to sleep. Never mind. That's fucking
Instead,
useless.
I'm messaging you something.
Okay.
Oh no.
Uh,
Yo.
He's reporting us for being toxic.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I didn't think I'd be laughing so much over this.
Dumb.
I'm in boat skin the bear.
Yo,
I
you
am
think we
too.
can turn the bear into like a badass like fucking treasure coffer and just like store stuff in it?
That's so dumb.
God
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
we'll
damn
just
it.
carry the carcass around and climb in it like Luke Skywalker whenever it gets too cold, bro.
I mean,
Like a big sleeping bag, yeah.
it might not be, but it might not be a horrible idea.
Ophelia,
Oh, here we go.
Listen, Go
if
on.
you are curious about, it sounds like you might be curious about somehow trying to get this bear to come back to life.
oh my.
I don't think anybody's actually curious about it.
If you want, you could roll me a either a survival or a nature.
Cool.
Welcome back. Okay. You would know about a certain spell that druids learn. Although it's a little still a little ways from your purview. But the spell is called. It might have came up. Reincarnate.
Oh,
This is teaching me how to play my goddamn job.
Uh,
Fucking toxic.
I mean, this is something that you may. I mean, you definitely have seen other druids do. And it's a magic you would have probably heard of. And essentially, what reincarnate is it's basically like other classes, and you probably wouldn't know these spells, but you know that other classes do have magics that can raise things from the dead. But reincarnate is kind of druid's version of that type of magic, and reincarnate says if you have actually I don't know if it'll work for polar bears, but you could try. Essentially, it's granted the creature hasn't been dead for no longer than 10 days. The caster can touch the dead creature, or a piece of the dead creature, and the spell will form a new adult body for the creature. and calls that creature's soul to enter that body.
Now you said it has, and she only has to touch a piece of it, right? So we can skin
Right.
it.
You god damn it!
Yeah, you just touch the skin and we're fine.
For reincarnate, yeah, that would
Yeah, we're good.
be sufficient.
Sounds like a win-win.
Do you know reincarnate, Ophelia?
I mean, she'll get it eventually, and if we have the skin with us, it's all the
level-
easier to do it.
She'd
A
need
level
to get
5.
She'd need to get it within 10 days.
Oh,
I
that
guess-
sucks, man.
Let's go farm boars, guys.
Have we seen any boars?
I
Get
think
some
we should
fates.
just- I think we should just chalk it up to the bear being dead. It's a bear.
I denounce despair. Dead.
Oh man.
I mean, the bear is dead. There's no sugarcoating it.
You can sugarcoat it a little bit.
Yeah, I'd be glad Craig's not here. He probably would have like fucking shoved his hand in it.
In the distance, Lamau.
So, like-
Periodically, you hear Craig's voice on the wind.
That's
Are we
ominous.
gonna like? Are we gonna decide what? Are we gonna decide what to do with this bear, or are we just gonna leave it here, or what the fuck?
Alright. Well, I'm gonna have my shield guardian pick the bear corpse up and walk it over to the back side of the wagon, away from eye shot of the other bear.
As soon as you walk that bear away, the other bear just kind of like starts acting normal again.
Nice.
Wait, so it's what?
Acting normal again.
Oh, it's already forgotten.
Object permanency isn't a thing to these guys.
Oh. Ophelia looks at the fucking other polar bear, the living one, just like in shock.
Polar bear probably just like farts.
The polar bear says, "Oh, I feel sad, but I don't know
Wait,
why."
it's still working. I can still talk to it.
You know what sadness is? Holy shit.
Alright. Well, I'm just gonna look at Ophelia and be like, I don't got time for this. I'm gonna pull my dagger out and I'm gonna start skinning it.
Let's see. Roll. Whatever
Can
you
I
use for skinning in the
assist?
past. Sure.
Can you get advantage if I assist?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm trying to remember what I used for skinning in the past.
Survival.
I think it was survival.
Yeah, that's it. Roll survival
With advantage, right?
Then
'cause
my
it
thing.
exists.
with advantage. Yep.
Please.
You are able to skin this bear flawlessly. Like you're
Beautiful.
able to cut like
You preserve its
best-
memory flawlessly.
Yeah. You're
With
able
the
to
utmost
like
respect.
after 10 minutes you have like the head decapitated from the bear and its hide.
Oh, I wanted to leave the
it-
head
one
attached.
piece. Okay, you can leave the head attached.
Well, like, not
Attached to
not
the head.
like attached, but like, can I just do like one giant like pelt?
Did you actually just
Yeah,
roll a
that's fine.
20 on that?
I did.
You did.
Yeah.
He did.
So you want like the whole hide with
Like,
the head attached?
oh, so like you know how like
How like there's those
like a
bearskin rugs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that.
You're able to get that.
Yeah. Okay.
And
I'm
then
going
you have
to-
bear meat left in the snow.
I don't care about the bear meat, bro. I'm gonna throw the pelt up over my shield guardian and pull the arms over his shoulders and tie it around the neck like a scarf and pull the head up
You do
over its
so.
head. Hell yeah, bro. All right, and then I'll get the meat.
Alrighty.
And then I'll get the meat.
Let's see. Great. How much do polar bears weigh? Holy shit, that's a lot of meat. Well, probably not all of that's meat. I'll say you do get like 100 pounds, 120 pounds.
Looks like
of
we're
polar bear
eating meat tonight, boys.
Holy shit! How much?
like 100 to 120 pounds of
Holy
meat.
shit. That's all going on a cart. I don't want to carry that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is way over my fucking carrying capacity.
Yeah.
All right. How much
Yo.
how much meat does a polar bear need to eat?
Yep. Hell yeah. It's like 40 pounds for a week.
Yeah, I think
All
that's
The
what
bear
it is.
won't know any better.
I'm going to take approximately eyeballing it. 40
Listen, we're in the waste. You gotta do what you gotta do.
40 pounds of bear meat.
Okay.
And I'm going to carry it.
Damn.
Fuck. Can I? I'm worried this bear's gonna be like, that smells like my sister. Like,
Oh, it's bloody meat. It won't care.
So, Ophelia, you're still talking to this polar bear, and Forn comes around the side with 40 pounds of meat in his arms.
Yeah, I'm
And
gonna-
the polar bear goes, "Oh, look, food."
and I'm gonna set it down in front of the polar bear and back away and stare at Ophelia the whole time I'm doing it.
It's fine. This will help it recover.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
God damn, bro.
It's so fucked up.
Bro, I was gonna say we should like make a necklace out of its claws or some shit
Well,
and like
it's
put it on the bear,
fine.
but I mean we
There's
can just feed it
nothing
its
wrong
sister.
with
That
this.
works.
No, yeah, well, because you get a thing. If you lose a sibling, you probably like have a hole in your heart or your soul. So we're just filling it up with her meat.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
meat.
You're
That's
filling
metal.
up the bear's heart.
That's metal
with
as fuck.
Ophelia's.
Hey man,
Fucking
if I ever
Christ.
died, I'd want you guys to eat me.
I'm not. Fuck.
The polar bear begins to eat the meat, and I imagine Kieran's just watching this and like rubbing his hands together.
He's doing the fucking what is it?
It's like that black guy behind the
Yeah,
tree
yeah,
rubbing his hands
yeah.
together, dude.
Yeah, that one.
Ah,
What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Hell yeah.
oh my gosh. But yeah, the polar bear eats. That happens.
All right, how much? Jesus Christ, bro. What is my carrying capacity? I don't know the formula to calculate this shit, so I'm gonna subtract meat until I am no longer encumbered. Okay, there we go. Fuck it, I'm just gonna load the
mean-
rest of it back up on the back of the cart.
Yeah, you can do that. I mean, you also have bags of holding, yeah?
That is right.
Or how many? I mean, I think, did Craig have a bag of holding?
Yeah, but he took it with him.
Yeah.
Asshole.
So how many bags of holding do you guys have?
Mine.
Is it just one?
Right? Oh, just one.
I think so. Yeah.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
I gotta. How much does a bag of holding carry?
Yes.
A couple.
I think it's like something like 500 pounds. I gotta refresh my memory.
Damn, what the
I
fuck?
thought it was more than that.
Yeah, it's 500 pounds. Hold up to 500 pounds.
Oh,
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna take the bloody meat and wash it up with some snow and kind of like clean it a little bit before putting it in my bag.
ooh,
You do so.
don't do that.
Why?
You know what? Nah, figure it out. Don't worry about it.
Why?
You put
I don't know. Cronus is asleep, bro, so it's whatever.
you put the bear meat in your bag of holding.
Well, I don't want to have like a just sopping, dripping, wet, bloody bag hanging off my fucking
Well, Vorn
head
doesn't.
the whole
Vorn
time
doesn't
I'm
know
walking around
that,
with
so
it.
So, but I'll just say this much: when you put things in your bag of holding,
Mhm.
the bag does not feel any different.
No, I get that, but does anything in it leak? Like if I pour a gallon of water in a bag of holding,
Isn't it
Uh,
kind of like a little
goes
like
in a
pocket
pocket
dimension?
universe.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was saying, I don't think it would.
It's not like it would get anything else wet. You reach your hand in and you think of what you want to pull out. Like,
Oh, is that how that
basically imagine like there's nothing in there until you want to pull something out.
works? Okay, that's right.
So, like, any of the items that you put in there before, if like either anyone in the party didn't know you put it in there, or before you met Oog and Cronus, since they don't know about those items, they would never be able to reach in the bag and get them out unless they
That's
turn the
pretty
bag inside out.
Got you.
Once the bag's turned inside out, all the contents come spilling out.
All right. Well,
a good fail
I'll
safe.
just put the 80 pounds of bear meat in the bag of holding. Fuck it.
All right,
Have
you
it.
do so.
You know how many pounds it can hold now? 420. Nice.
Nice, bro.
Blaze it. All right, so
I'm gonna walk over and wipe my bloody hands off on Ophelia and be like, "Can we go now?"
this was actually in the middle or at the beginning of a long rest.
That's right. Okay. Can we go to sleep now?
Yeah.
Yes.
And what are you having your shield guardian do?
Same thing it was doing beforehand, where it just idles outside the doors to the cart.
Except now he's doing it with way more drip.
Yeah, hell yeah, it is.
Alright, so we're long resting, right?
Watch Ophelia go evil
Yeah.
because of this situation.
Oh no,
Vengeance will be mine.
she'd
Starts
produce
thinking to
flame on
herself
us.
while she sleeps, like, "What? Why am I an ice model?"
It's gonna be alright.
She's gonna shapeshift into a polar bear and be like, "This is for the." Just... All right.
Let's try it.
All right, let's try this again. Take our long rest. Before we're so rudely.
Alright. Sleepy time.
You guys continue taking your long rest, and the rest of the rest goes by uneventful.
Nice.
Fuck.
You wake up the next day. Actually, Thorn, you wake up first,
Yes.
4 hours before everyone else.
Yes. What I would like to do. Is it still like blizzarding, or like did it die down after all?
Yeah, if I recall correctly, I think the blizzard only lasted 5 hours.
Okay. If there's any bloody snow left on the ground, right?
Mhm.
I would like to gather it all into like one giant pile, and then take little bits and pieces out of it, and just write Ophelia in blood right outside of the cart.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Um,
What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
What do you mean? What do you mean, y'all? What the fuck? I was asleep.
we'll kind of check what that be. I guess roll investigation.
Get to the dark skin guy to be one of the bloods.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
So you're trying to you're like shifting through the snow, and you're like trying to remember. Basically, it's all snowed. All the new snow is covered where your little bear exhibition went on last night, and you can't quite remember where you like discarded like the bloody parts.
Okay. All right. Well. Damn. I'll just How long did that take?
You probably spent like a half hour doing that.
Okay. I'll spend the rest of the time just whittling my horn and waiting on everyone.
Alrighty.
And I'd like to have the shield guardian back all the way up against the door to the cart, like just barricading it shut.
Alright, you
while
do
I'm
so.
hanging out.
Wait, so does this finish our long rest?
I mean,
After 4 hours, this will finish your long rest.
So, okay, so this is the okay.
Basically, Vorn only needs to sleep for 4 hours.
Ooh, yeah, but like I'm talking about like this will reset our like health and spell
Yep.
slots then. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. That's all I'm gonna do.
How fucking funny would it have been if we could have just like long rested the bear and it would have been cool.
Could it?
Absolutely not.
Peek out, and the other bear seems to be fast asleep.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
But yeah, 4 more hours pass, and you guys wake up. And it is now dim light. Probably about 10 in the morning. I think you guys took a long day yesterday to get this far. But you guys are 3 hours out from Bremen.
Oh. Close.
What do you guys want to do?
Well, I mean, I think we don't really have other options other than just to kind of
The only
move
way
out.
forward is by going forward. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I think we already took care of the bare necessities.
Oh,
That's the title.
BEAR or BARE?
BEAR.
E-R.
It's the bare necessities.
Okay. So, I need to know, you guys are going to set out, and the one bear begins to pull the cart, and it seems to like struggle more than it usually does.
It wasn't the shield guardian gonna help him?
Well, you gotta tell it to hook it up.
I just wanted to see the bear struggle for a little bit, just to really expound the misery and the loneliness into it. That
That's sweet of you.
Yeah. If you wanted to fuck around with it, you should have had your shield guardian frolic in front of it with the bear skin.
I'm your sister. I'm your sister.
if I could have found the bloody parts, I was gonna smear some of it on the bear too, just to further traumatize
That's so
Ophelia.
sweet of you.
But alas, not one. Yeah, I'll just have the shield guardian walk up and it's not gonna. I'm not gonna fucking, lash it to the harness, but it's just gonna like pick up the one part with its hand and just kind of help pull.
Cool.
Yeah. We're all inside the wagon, right?
Except for
I am a polar bear. Cool. Yeah.
Alright. I'm asking the party. Yo, I got knocked around pretty good. I don't remember what the hell we're doing or where we're going.
Nice.
Y'all want to refresh my memory?
I'm outside. I can't hear you.
Wait, am I in the
No,
front
think-
with the Nolan?
I don't
I
know.
think
Nala.
you two are up front.
Yeah, you're
Or Vaughn.
you're guiding me.
I think
Yeah, I'm staring at you like
Nibbles.
that fucking gif.
Nibbles just wanted to see some new towns.
Oh, yeah?
It's either this or we go to the noise, but
Yeah, so there's
Or just, like,
a couple things on-
Sightseeing.
yeah, basically.
Alright, okay. I thought I'd lost the plot there.
Buy some
Yeah, where is
supplies.
Nibbles? Nibbles been weirdly quiet. Pretty sus.
So, just to remind you guys, there's some things on the plate. You guys keep having that nightmare. However, you didn't have it last night.
We
The
didn't?
nightmare- No.
Oh.
It's the nightmare of the beating heart
I'm
of
sorry.
furnace. When you guys have the sounds thing that you wanted to go check out, and you guys also wanted to head back to the 10 towns to just be in like a setting where you could rest in an inn.
Civilized.
And steal
Yeah.
some armor.
When you guys first met Cronus, he also expressed interest in Arveaturus,
Yes.
which is the ancient white dragon that you had seen previously. And perhaps that's something that you guys might have wanted to explore while in 10 Towns. I think that was also another side discussion.
All right.
So there's a few things in the fire right now.
Have we been to this town that we're heading to before, or is this the first time we get there?
Nope,
It's
this
new.
is brand
New?
new.
Oh, sweet. Hell yeah.
And you spent 3 short hours getting there. Is there anything you guys wanted to talk about on the way there? Or
No. I think I covered what I wanted to know.
I'm still just hanging out up here driving. I just like whenever we get closer to it, I'll just like lean down and let everybody know we're pulling up. I'm trying to figure out how to park this motley whatever the fuck we got going on.
Park it.
Depending on how this town looks. I'm sure your average person doesn't see a metal cart with a singing fish pulled by a polar bear and a giant metal dude.
So it definitely. First of all, the polar bear doesn't seem at all phased by the shield guardian draped in his sister's old skin. But the trek there seems kind of not as smooth as having both polar bears.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, you guys make it probably in about the same time.
Good.
But yeah, you guys arrive at Bremen.
Nice. Excuse me.
You guys. This is Bremen. And you guys would arrive from the south. Probably somewhere around here. Just some of this stuff's hidden.
Small.
It is a very small town. And one thing that you guys immediately notice upon arriving is that this town does not appear to have a path to the next town over, as other 10 towns typically do.
Interesting.
If that is something that you guys are curious about, you could roll a nature.
What is the roll called?
Okay.
Nature?
Nature.
Oh, nature. Okay.
Let's do it.
I'm curious.
I'm curious.
Oh, that was so close to a 20. Fuck my
Wait,
life.
Bad
what are we
business.
rolling nature for?
This
Determine
town doesn't
find out
appear to
why
have a road
places-
to
Yeah. Oops.
adjacent town town.
Okay.
Just 8
And if
for
you're
me.
curious about why.
I don't have an advantage.
Nope.
Smart dragon.
Um, so from what you can see, Kieran, Vorin, and Nibbles, where you would presume a path to be, it looks like it's been heavily snowed in. That's not to say you couldn't cross it; it just might take longer to get to where you want to go. And I think that's all done with Ophelia's help. Because Ophelia would know. I don't think anyone would really know the way between the towns. Maybe Gail would, but Ophelia has that photographic memory from when she last saw the map.
Gotcha. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Nevertheless, you guys arrive at Bremen, and yeah, it's pretty quaint. It's a small town, and it's probably about 1 in the afternoon at this point. Um, what do you guys want to do?
Got the inn.
Alrighty. So you guys actually see a place shortly after walking in that kind of resembles an inn.
But
On the door it says "Buried Treasures."
okay. How are we parking our cart and our robot? I'm sure we did that and I just didn't notice.
Yeah,
I
um,
I don't know. We pulled in pretty much right next to this inn, right?
That's
you're gonna
fine.
do that.
I mean, it can fit in the town as long as nobody's heckling our bear.
Oh,
He's grieving.
There are parts of this town that have narrow pathways, but probably the main pathway is large enough to fit, or just fit, the Polar Express.
No, I'm not trying to drive this thing all the way through town. It's gonna get weird looks as it is. So, like, I guess right here, just pull it up to the side. I guess right about here, if there's space.
Alrighty,
Yeah.
you do so. Are you gonna have anyone stay with the polar bear?
I'm going
Or-
to.
Nope.
How much are we leaving on the cart?
Yeah, what exactly are all of you gonna go in the inn, or
How much do we have
What's-
stored on the cart? That's all I care about.
I don't
Because if
think
we're
you have
leaving
much
like
on
all
the
of our
cart.
goods and stuff on it, then I'm gonna stay with it. But if it's just the guardian, then we can just tell the guardian to protect it, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
I'll put my guardian face down in defense mode
Okay.
beside the
Face
cart.
down, ass up.
That's the way I like
The
to yuck, Max. Okay.
The guardian gets on its knees and hands beside the polar bear.
Great. No
Yeah,
pretending.
that's what I'll do. I'll just have it pretend to be a polar bear.
That's nice.
Um, and Gail and Ook, what do you guys want them to do? Do you guys want them to come with, or do you guys want them to stay with the cart?
We're gonna make them stay outside after the long journey. They can come in. I don't see why not.
Yeah, they can just tag along with us.
Alrighty. So you guys enter the buried treasures, and you don't see many people inside. You do see a middle-aged woman, and she says, "Oh, welcome, welcome to the buried treasures. It's so nice to see new faces."
It's a pretty
What a warm welcome
yeah, good.
in such a small little town. Are you aware that your entrances and exits to the town are kind of snowed over? How do you get supplies in here?
Oh yes, that's quite the conundrum. You see, a lot of our trade recently has been through going over the lake. Um,
Ah,
yeah, but unfortunately, our lake's frozen, so we have to walk across it. If that makes sense.
oh.
Wow, all of you look so lavish. All of your clothing, it looks so wonderful. It's such an honor to be in the presence of An implement with high class.
Hey, what's that in the back you have there, lady?
Seems to be some weird language I've never heard before. Are there people fighting nearby?
Are there people fighting?
You tell me.
Yeah.
What can I get for you? Are you guys
Ed.
looking for a room to stay in, or
We would like to
Yeah,
rent a room,
okay.
please.
ale or meat? Oh, okay. Well, you see, I have rooms for 1 silver piece a night. Each room has
You charging that
beds.
much? What the fuck, dude?
It's like perfectly timed, bro. I can't. Ugh.
Well, each room comes with a warm, hot meal. Oh, I'm sorry if it's if 1 silver piece is too much of an inconvenience.
Oh,
No, it's fine.
mean,
Silver
it's
piece
fine.
isn't too bad. My friend here is just a bit stingy with his coin.
I mean, if you must.
It's really
I
hard
don't
to
know
get
how
it off his
You
fingers.
can get away with driving
Bills.
higher prices in a place like this, where you're hurting for anything.
Bro, it's called
Damn.
That's fine.
it's called buried treasures, bro. It just sounds fancy, so you gotta pay for it.
I'm gonna pay for since I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna pay for me in Nibble's room, like
Okay.
normal.
You do
Does
so.
Nibbles even need to be paid for?
Well, it's just me, and then Nibbles comes along.
They're just
Normally.
buying the room.
Um,
You don't pay for each individual staying, do you?
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just a room. Yeah, it's just a room.
She hears you guys talking about the name of the inn, and she says, "Oh, we see. We're called the Buried Treasures because we cater to those who are seeking buried treasures along the riverbank. When the weather was warm.
Oh. Well, that's a
Um,
neat bit of lore I didn't ask for, but that's cool. What kind of
Where
treasures did y'all were y'all known for?
where on the river?
You see, when before the everlasting winter, when it would get warm, sometimes the snow would melt and people would find trinkets of sorts, and
Really?
sometimes they would find gold pieces and
Really?
other sorts of currency along the riverbank.
Ooh.
Oh, along the riverbank? Okay. So it came from the
Yeah.
river, not the town.
Yeah.
Not the town.
Useless town,
Kevin,
dude.
you literally stayed.
I'm gonna get the fuck out of here.
Oh, is my service not to your expectations?
No,
Yeah, it sounds like
ma'am.
you have people fighting in the background.
No, ma'am. He's just rude.
I must apologize.
He tends to get short with people. Like, just don't mind him.
You see, I
He
haven't
never sees eye to eye.
Yeah, that one.
I haven't quite been myself since my son
Oh no.
my son left, and I haven't seen him in quite some time.
I don't blame him.
When's your son's birthday?
Kieran, shut the fuck up, dude. What did
What's
you
that?
get
Is that
so
for his
fucking
name?
rude?
Hey man, I had
His-
better conditions when I was living like a pirate.
I think his brother is what kept him in check, bro.
I think so, man.
She says, "You asked for my son's name, yeah?
Yeah.
What's your son's name?
You see, my son, War."
Wait a minute.
I don't remember that.
Oh no.
Wait,
Oh,
Oh,
this-
God.
fuck.
Oh
I'm confused now.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, wait,
Oh,
you guys remember the very
I
first
remember
peep?
War, bro.
Yeah. Remember how Craig went up and the one special guy was like, "You're not a paladin, leave."
I'm confused.
Oh
my
no.
God.
Back
Oh
in
my God.
Carrots and Evil,
Fucking
when you
carrot
guys went,
people.
when you guys first approached the care, there was a fine gentleman who was at the top of the castle who told you guys to turn back. And when you guys had gotten into the castle, you had found out that his name was Warwar.
Yeah,
You're
you remember when
shitting
we
me.
were? You
So
remember
why
when we
Connecting
were
the dots,
all?
Othello.
You remember
Why
when we
did
were
your-
all drunk
why
and
did your
like
son
passing out, and
tell
then
you
Craig
he was
just went off
leaving?
and did his own thing in the middle of the
wait,
night?
wait. Is it actually in the book saying that they're tied together?
Oh yeah, they're
Bro,
definitely. This is his mother.
bro, leave that shit up, bro. Oh my God, yeah. But we don't know who did what. Everyone got drunk. It's just when the party woke up, he was face fucking like in the snow, tied to a
Oh,
bed,
no, he
absolutely
didn't.
dead. Yeah, we don't know who did it.
We have no fucking clue at all.
Everyone was asleep.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
She kind of sighs, and she's like, "He used to help around with chores up until about 2 months ago."
What do you,
Oh
why'd you
well,
leave?
I'm sure he'll show up eventually if it's been 2 months, you know.
Well, you see,
That's about when people come back. Yeah.
Speaker Shaleskar,
Who the fuck?
Speaker of Bremen.
Yeah, the speaker of the town.
Shell scar.
The
That's
brother.
his
Okay, I forgot there's a keeper for every big
Finally, a
town.
name so edgy I can cut myself upon it.
He,
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead, ma'am.
you're fine. You're fine. He sometimes, well, we find him. He is missing, and then we find him walking out in random places in the middle of the night. We
Pretty
found him out
saucy.
on the lake one night, and one night he went missing during a blizzard, and Warwar joined a search party to go find him. And on his way back, I noticed he had terrible frostbite. He could barely walk. And after that, the next few days, he just was a bit off color, if you know what I mean. He,
Yeah,
he was kind
frostbite
of
will do
mean
that.
to me. He, and I was curious, so like I opened his room door and I went looking and I found a strange.
Sock.
Yeah, no. It was
Oh,
this
crusty.
black shard. It almost looked like ice. I had no idea what
Oh
it was.
shit!
And he saw me
You still
with
have it?
No, he snatched it out of my hand and said, "Never go in my room again."
Wow.
And then
Knock,
the day
Mom.
after that, two tiefling folk came and they offered him sanctuary in their castle. And
Mm.
what do you know? He agreed. And he went with them and told me he'd never return.
Oh, your son
Never,
sounds.
ever.
Well,
Ma'am,
that's
sounds-
probably why he hasn't been
sounds
here
like a
in 2
treat.
months.
I
ma'am,
still
I'm
think
sure
of
he'll be back someday.
I hate
my
to say,
Warwar.
I hate to say this, but your son sounds like a dick.
Oh, I miss him terribly, and I really hope he's still alive.
Did you change
come home
his
someday,
room
I'm sure.
around by any chance?
Oh no, I haven't been in his room since.
Hmm.
Should we maybe look around in there for a bit?
Oh, I suppose if it makes you all happy. I mean, if you want, you could stay in his room.
No
If
shit.
that wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
I'm down.
Well,
Yeah, I'm done.
all of y'all are
Sounds like a good
staying in
deal.
his room.
Yeah, just all of us.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
3 of y'all. Okay, I don't judge, man.
You can come too if you want.
It's cold out here. Y'all gotta stay warm. Y'all gotta stay warm. It's none of my business. I'm jealous though. Cronus has really nice hair.
Cool, bro. We got
Keeps my
socks.
ears warm. Don't worry about
Get socks on.
it. Okay,
That'll
bro.
be one silver piece for his room.
Well, ma'am, I'll take my own room.
How much is it?
One silver.
piece.
Oh, just one silver piece.
Mhm.
Alrighty.
I'll pay it.
Cronus, you're paying, right? Alright.
I got it.
You-
I have silver pieces. Hold on.
Just convert 10 copper. You're good.
Oh, yeah, I have one silver piece, or 5 rather. So
Sorry, I only have gold pieces.
Oh, I
It's all
will
good.
give you 9 silver pieces in return for 1 gold piece.
no, I have
I
the.
told you I only use gold pieces.
There we go.
Keep the change.
I hand her the silver piece.
Okay, she accepts it.
Hell yeah. You are a gentleman and a scholar. Thank you.
You're most certainly welcome. And she directs you guys up the stairs and tells you where Warwar's room is. And as you guys are walking off, she calls up, if you guys need anything, or if you're looking for drink, I don't have much drink here. There's actually 5 taverns in the center of town.
Damn.
5.
5 taverns.
How the fuck they carry all that across the
Sorry.
lake?
But yeah, there's 5 taverns. It's called
Oh,
the
I'll be right
5
back.
Tavern Center.
What on earth? They must make their own stuff. I'll definitely check that out later.
You guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. My computer just went to sleep.
Oh,
Right. So you guys head up, and there's probably about like 8 rooms, and one of them is indeed Warwar's.
war.
Well, I would like to investigate his room.
Sure.
I will also
investigation.
investigate.
Roll investigation.
I will also investigate.
You may roll investigation.
I am specifically looking for anything devilish or demonic in nature.
I'm specifically looking for anything Chardolin to snatch and steal.
Fuck. Got all of them fours.
Your hair's in your eye, bro. You can move it out of the way.
Oh, sorry, let me wipe it out real quick.
It'll help you see better. God.
So, Cronus, you find a crusty old sock on the floor.
Yep.
Devilish and dark in nature.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Just started storming out of nowhere. I have to make sure shit doesn't
Oh
fucking.
shit.
Yeah. All right.
Kieran, you find a set of sketchings. That look. Let me see if I can.
Oh, do you have a picture?
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Where did you post it? General?
I haven't
Still
yet.
trying to find it.
I'm gonna post
Oh,
it
okay.
later, although.
Always hard looking through his stuff. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I was
if you
trying to
wanna
look for something
investigate.
in particular, but fuck my investigation.
I hope he has a
Golden
clock.
fours. It was the second
Was it a
time.
fish?
A clock in the sock. I was trying to. No, I mean.
Are you looking for a ring inside of a fish?
That was the other one.
The
You
other
There were
find
one.
two?
something that
The
looks
other one
like
we
that.
should not be named.
Oh
There's
fuck.
a thing. There's some connections that I'm making right now.
Kieran would Kieran know what that is?
4, 5,
What the
I don't know.
6, 7, 8. Yeah,
That's
there's
that's
9 of
exactly
them.
what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Starting. Yeah.
Roll
There's
a
9?
religion.
Damn, we're made in abyss
I
now.
mean,
This is the one moment I hate not being great.
it was kind of a shitty monastery, but I did live in one for most of my life.
It's Eincrad. Everyone knows that place.
Bro.
You
Shut the.
Oh, apparently I don't know.
Did we all find this, or just Cronus find this? Or was
What?
it Kieran? Oh, it was
No,
Kieran,
it's-
wasn't it? Yeah.
Kieran.
yeah.
Did he show it? Did he show it to us?
Apparently I
Are we
don't
all
know what
rolling
it is.
investigation?
Or religion.
I'll
Alright.
show it to everyone because apparently I'm too dumb to know
Would
what that is.
Cronus know this, considering where he's from? Like, I know this, but
I'm just rolling to see what happens. I'm just rolling.
Roll
Oh,
It's
religion.
a
What the
religion.
fuck?
Yeah.
Let's see if I got a
Wow.
good one.
Bro, that was so close to
Alright.
one.
Not one. Hey, Puck.
Yeah, Cronus, you know what this is.
All right.
Yes.
If
I definitely don't.
Adol knows exactly what this is.
A piece of paper.
Adol was like anti-religious, though, weren't you?
Mm,
yeah,
yeah, pretty much.
Sorcerer,
He's a scholar type.
Gotcha.
Very prove it kind of thing.
Gotcha. Well, that's
Well,
a fitting role. Then.
In a world where they actually exist.
Those are actually the two most fitting roles we've ever had in this campaign. But go ahead.
Yeah. Essentially, if memory serves correct, this is the 9 hells, or obviously a picture of the 9 hells.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see that
Backcore.
because there's 9 of them. That yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That is
Okay.
9 different
But
layers.
this is essentially where devils would come from.
Oh man,
Okay.
can we
I
get
kind of want to
there
know more about this castle.
while not
Are you guys
being dead?
making connections here, or like, come on, guys, like, come on.
Like, bro? I don't understand shit at what I'm looking at.
You find a tiny statuette that kind of looks like this.
Oh, that's cool.
Come on.
Vor,
Wait,
you
time.
find
Okay.
volume 2 of Playland Tale.
Who found that?
You did for it.
Ah!
Volume 2 of Play Window.
I'm back.
Oh my
y'all
god.
y'all
Yeah.
just hear an exclamation
Welcome
from the
back.
corner of the room.
Eureka.
Can I like further investigate the statuette? Like,
Yeah. Roll,
the hell is it?
roll Arcana.
Whoa.
It's just Vorn, Cronus, and Adol and Kieran in that room, right?
If you wanted to go in there, you could. Yeah.
I didn't even know Warren was in
I
here.
was
Wait,
wondering.
See
Yeah.
the light of this group right now, please.
I'm not staying in here, but I just walked in here with y'all. I haven't actually paid for a room yet.
All right, well,
Excuse me.
This looks like it has. You think you've seen things that kind of look like this before?
like the person that the statue's depicting, or like the statue itself.
The statue itself,
Okay.
and
You good?
you you're welcome, Biggs. You think that this kind of is a statue that like can be used to do something?
right.
Kind of like, and you think that it's kind of got the same magic to it that like a spell scroll would have. If that makes sense.
Oh, that's neat. Well, I don't really know the specifics of it, but I'm gonna definitely pocket this and see if I can show it to somebody in the party later.
All right.
Do I have to like roll like something? Just 'cause I'm essentially
It's,
stealing this, and I.
I mean, you found it, so you could just pocket it if you wanted it to.
She's
Oh,
just
yeah,
not,
I will.
She's not up
Does it
there.
does it have a name, or like just so I know what to
Uh,
call it in my inventory, or just statuette?
Jeremy.
Statue.
Small statuette.
Yeah, all right, I'll do that.
Does that thing have tits?
Yes.
Is that what those are?
We know what
Yeah.
Adol's doing later.
You know, goes to the local sundries and just buys like a small glass jar.
So dumb.
Right. So Cronus looks like he's freaking out about something. I don't understand anything.
I see this as the Night Hells, but if you're expecting me to understand anything further than that,
Nah,
you're gonna have to
Cronus wouldn't know.
tell me.
Cronus, do you want me to elaborate further on that, or
You want to. Cronus wouldn't know regardless, so it's whatever.
Well, I mean, you rolled a net 20 on Baitor, so
Sure.
but yeah, essentially it is the nine hells,
Mm-hmm.
which is we've touched a little bit on different planes.
Mhm.
Some people simply refer to this as hell or hells, and this is kind of where like devils live.
Mm-hmm.
And for those characters who are around at Cairden Evil, I think it was everyone found out that it was kind of like, does anyone remember the tiefling's name who was there, who was like the head honcho?
Hold up. Give me a second.
If you don't remember, it's fine. But
No, I have something documented with his name.
Kateroth, Padaroth.
Cataroth. Yeah, Cataroth. Correct. Yeah.
yeah, so Gadroth was actually kind of a follower of Levistus.
Hmm.
Resides
Ah.
in the sixth hell.
That's
Yeah.
right. Okay, I'm seeing these
That's what I was like, because Craig
parallels
would
now.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cannibalism, Levistus.
But think of the I think there's
There
some
was
semblance
watching it.
between the ice statue and then what happened to Horror when he went out in the blizzard.
If I recall correctly, wasn't Levistus watching us or like keeping track of our movements or something like that? Like at one point in time, maybe he's still doing it. It's been a minute, but I think he had been.
I forget where that information was shared, but I believe it was shared that he was using Chardolin as kind of like a conduit.
Wasn't it the weird little girl in the dungeon? Not the dungeon, but the um I don't know, I forget what the actual word is called, but it's like the little waterway when you climb under the keep. There's
Oh,
like that little girl just vibing.
Avarice?
wait. Was that
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Avarice.
was that the dragon girl or is that the tiefling?
Yeah,
I'm like,
tiefling.
The white one.
was that the one that
Without
Yellow
summoned the demons?
tail and the big hips.
I don't know if she's
Hey,
summoned, but we know she's a
there
little
were
different.
demons, right?
She had something with her. Um,
She had two gargoyle minions.
I'm looking through my notes and I see
Yeah.
Huar the gate guard.
She was like underneath the castle in like the sewers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember
Just
her.
weird. And we were just
Remember,
like, hey, and she was like, hey, and then she left.
I remember children being murdered.
Can I want to show you guys something. Hold up. In my notes. Oh.
Oh boy.
Completely.
I do have
spelled
notes
his
about
name wrong.
Levistus here, though. Yeah, he was in a cell made of ice and he communicates via telepathy, right?
Yep.
And then Kataroth was like talking to him in the fire or whatever.
I remember that.
Classic.
That was from session 2.
Said Hoyer. Was that how his name was actually
We
spelled?
are.
Hoyer.
I don't know.
Probably how you
Uh,
heard it.
No,
Oh,
his name's spelled differently.
yeah,
Huar.
that was for session 2, bro.
That's before we
And-
started recording, dude, in case you're like missing the context of why we were
Yeah,
flipping out about
I
this.
forget when we started recording, but it was after that.
Session 4.
Hi.
That dumb bitch. War, war.
Yeah,
He is dead. He wasn't a nice person. He called
He-
people names.
It's very weird.
Well, like Warren went to talk to him, and he seemed a little paranoid. Put it that way.
Who?
I'm gonna make a connection.
Who?
Warwar.
Oh.
He seemed like he had a
yeah.
little bit of a tick.
Yeah.
Would I know what the people, I guess, quote unquote, enthralled by Levistes, what would happen to them?
They would turn into ice when they died, right? Or am I thinking of something different? What did Cataroth did something when he died? He turned into ice, right?
Yeah. So a lot of the people you observed that when they died, they completely froze.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
this isn't a statue. This is a little frozen person.
I hate
What?
it.
Frozen.
But think about it. So
Well,
what is
I
fuck?
have
No,
a
that
feeling
was
it's our out,
never
bro.
mind.
She's got titties.
Well, what I'm curious about is that she said there were 2 tieflings. And as far as I remember, the only 2, there was 3 we saw,
Yeah.
and there was one of them was like the little servant kid, and he seemed kind of benign. And then there was Cataroth, and then there was Avarice. And I think Avarice is just kind of doing her own shit. I don't really think she was hanging
Haven't
out with
seen her since
Cataroth
then.
like that.
Well, she said that she or I don't think she said it outright, but essentially she's a follower of Levistes.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, actually, you know what? Can my character put all this together?
Please.
So I do put this together?
What do you? I mean, you could say it out loud. What are you thinking?
Well, no, exactly what we've been talking about. Like if I look at the tales right, and I recall Levistes, because
Yeah.
I had talked to Cataroth a bit about him, I think is what it was, and then I had talked to Avarice. Can I go downstairs?
another
Like I
part?
want to go downstairs and ask her to describe the tieflings that came and took Warwar. Because if
Yeah, that's
Where the castle is.
yeah, well,
That's what I want to know.
yeah, well, she just knows they're a castle. Probably no, it could have been the care. It's an evil.
There's
That makes sense.
2 things that I want to point out. There's the when she was describing the story, she said that he went out in a blizzard and he came up
Came
with a
back.
change of skin color, basically frostbite.
Mm-hmm.
Does this ring a
But
bell to anything to anyone?
yeah, I remember her saying that. But when we saw him, did he have any sort of like? Did we notice anything about him that had frostbite or anything? Like I don't
Think
think
so.
that ever got
We
brought
just
up
knew he was a
though.
cultist,
We
right?
didn't
He had a
ask.
robe on.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's true. Well, no, Huar wasn't the cultist. He was just the guard of the place, but he wasn't wearing cult robes as far as I remember.
I mean, it sounds like he got
True,
taken to a
but we do
castle,
know, yeah.
and then
he
he
was
ended
literally
up at a
taken by 2
cultist
tieflings.
encampment later. He's
Was not
probably
taken.
a cultist.
He agreed to go
Well, we don't know
Yeah.
with the 2 tieflings. No, the mom said that he said, "Yeah, I'm going and I'm never coming back."
Well,
That was after he got taken.
Well, no, because I don't think he got taken. Well, this is what's weird to me, right? Is why would these 2 tieflings show up here of all places, specifically for this kid that
Well, we know
just
he went
happened to
out
be
during the
dabbling in this
blizzard
stuff?
and he came back frostbitten.
No. I think he probably. I don't know what happened when he went out looking for this other person, but he
What?
got inducted
Oh.
at a castle, came back, changed, and then
No.
after a while he left.
No,
Is that what I'm getting at?
This is the timeline, I think.
Okay.
He
hit me with
went
the
out.
timeline.
He went out as part of a search party to look for the speaker, right? He got
Okay.
frostbite. He came back. His mom.
Changed.
He came back changed with a bad, sour attitude, whatever the fuck, different personality. Blew up at his mom, and then 2 tieflings show up, take him to the castle, and then we run into him later at the care. What I'm curious
he never
about
came back.
was, yeah, after that. Well, we know he didn't come back. But I don't know. It's just weird. I didn't think
Well, because the
this
thing
dude
I'm
would
trying
be
to
a
point towards,
fucking plot
who is
connector.
another person? Yeah, I mean, but who's another person that we saw who was completely, you could say, frostbitten. He was completely pale, almost not alive.
Sephic?
Epic, yeah. The dude we managed to
Vince's
accidentally kill.
OC.
Yeah, since his OC. That we never.
See, Vince is still crying about that character.
I wish
Yeah.
Craig was around so I could ask him what this dude looked like. I wouldn't know he killed him, but I was like, I'm curious to see
there.
if I wasn't there when Craig threw him out the like. Did we?
We
see
don't.
him?
Hey, we don't know that Craig did
No,
that.
no.
Everyone was asleep.
This is out of character. But like I'm curious now. Like in hindsight, it's too late to fucking ask because homie decided to dip. But like when he threw him out of the castle and he
Hey,
died,
hypothetically.
which I never saw. I
Yeah,
don't think
we
I
don't
ever
know
saw
he's
his
dead.
body.
Well,
No,
actually,
no.
if I don't know if this is this is some cunning fucking plot from the module or like Stents is really lucky this happened. When he was describing Horhor on the ground, he said, if memory serves, that he looks completely frostbitten.
Well,
And we just chalked it up to he was overnight in the snow.
That's right. So
Sure.
he could have turned into a follower of Levistus during this blizzard.
Well, it could also have been maybe
Because we
you
all
know
know
how Septic
fucky
couldn't
shit
die.
happens in blizzards in fucking Icewind Dale.
True.
Yeah,
So it could Horhor could be alive. That's I'm just throwing that out there.
yeah, because you had
He
to
could
use
be alive.
fire to stop Sepix's regeneration or whatever. So maybe Horhor is still alive?
Maybe.
So-
We never actually we left immediately.
Well, it's a little late now. I kind of want to back Carrot and Evil and see if they found anybody laying face down in the snow the next morning.
There's a lot of shit going weird. Like first Levistes, Cronus wouldn't know this, but the fucking boy that turned into gold and we just said psych, see you later.
wasn't us.
There's a lot of shit going on in there, bro.
Things are constantly in motion. There's things that are constantly happening around.
Would
the
this
world.
be a good time to like? I've been having this weird, suspicious dream, and I kind of feel like.
What dream?
Well, I've been having this dream where there
I'm gonna move my locks behind my ears as I stare at you intently.
Hold up, let me dig into my lore channel. So I was in my trance one day, and while I was trancing, I saw the soothsayer. I don't know if y'all remember her, you know. Well, you wouldn't. I don't think you'd know her, Cronus. But
The one who suddenly died for no real apparent reason.
yeah. Well, I've been having weird dreams and nightmares about her. And she's just like been sitting in her chair in a dark room, right, and just rocking and being all.
Giving you wisdom.
Well, no, the only thing she says is, "What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?" Right? Which is creepy enough as it is. She was creepy to begin with. This is weirder. And then, as I'm sitting there staring at her, this bolt of lightning streaks across the sky behind her, or in this room, or whatever, and all I see is a giant shadow of a dragon.
Ah.
And then after that happens, she's just sitting there dead in her chair with her her little prosthetic leg thing that I ripped off. It's just pulling blood out of it. Like, I don't know. This is like I'm sitting here like been having this dream, and now that we're encountering all
That's
this
pretty
shit,
fucked.
I'm thinking, what are you waiting for? It's like maybe we need to go back to Carrot and Evil because
We should
like
probably.
this is some stuff there's some stuff obviously going around over there. And
Yeah.
it's
Do you
just
think that's Stance's like subtle hit that he's mad that like he's gave us all this cool
He's
shit
not
and then we
fucking
left?
around in the waste. There's some
Scared
shit
and
happening
evil.
right now.
is
He's
Stitz
like, "Here's all this
railroading me?
shit I fucking told you is happening. You guys completely skip the main storyline."
Playing
Stitz is railroading me with this
cartographer.
dream
This
every
shit's
night.
happening.
That's why he keeps telling me, Vorn, you have the same dream. He's like, do something about the dream, god damn it.
Nala, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
What are you
Be like
waiting
that.
for?
Yo, but who wants to hit one of those 5 taverns up though?
I mean, absolutely.
Yo, let's go.
But do we want to keep discussing this over some drinks? Because I've been talking too much.
Oh,
Now
absolutely.
my mouth is starting to dry out.
I'm down for it. I can
Let's
give you
do
some
it.
of the information I know of the 9 hells over my travels.
Yeah, that'd be because I know fuck all about the 9 hells. More of a Underdark kind of guy. I can speak Abyssal. I don't remember where I learned how to do that, but
You don't remember?
For all I know, it could have been some weird dream way back in the day. I've been
I'm
having a
actually
lot
gonna
of
be right
those
back
recently.
real quick.
A lot of weird
Once we're
dreams
back
going
up.
around.
Y'all having weird dreams too?
I'm gonna look away when you say that.
I'll wait for Stance to come back so I can roll a perception or insight.
Kieran follows suit.
Well, I gotta wait for Stance. So we're all just standing awkwardly around in this room, right? Just like, hey, how's the weather? It's
Go get some
crazy. Oh
drinks.
yeah, this weather's shit. I forgot. Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, I want to look at the. Or Adol, did you show us the statue? Or did you just pocket it and you're gonna show us
I
later?
haven't shown it to you yet, but
Okay,
I
then
can
never
show it
mind.
to you guys now.
Oh,
I just didn't know what to
look
do
at
with
that.
it, but it's a pretty cool statue.
That
It
is.
looks
You should
pretty
show
cool.
it to the innkeeper. See what she has to say about it. Don't let her have it though.
Considering that I kind of stole this, we probably shouldn't.
I mean, hasn't been in her son's room.
No, but this
Maybe
was,
she will know who this guy is.
No, but I think this was in his room before he left. When she, I feel like this might have something to do with why he snapped on her about going into his room.
So
Could
maybe
very
something
well
will
be.
happen if we show it to her.
Well, didn't she say he
Or
had
she'd be
a
like, "You're
statue?
stealing my son's
Might have been
shit."
this statue.
I mean,
Not a
if she
statue, but he
really
had
wants it
something.
back.
Yeah.
Well, it's
I
Adolf's
want to make an
statue
Arcana check
now.
on it.
So
Yeah, it's Adolf, so it's whatever. Finders keepers.
It's true.
I'll
a
just
very
bullshit
true
her
thing.
and tell her I had it the whole time.
I totally just
Fancy
my ass.
poo. Where are you? You come closer, yeah? Oh, he's still there. The fuck are you? Cool.
The true
bro.
horror of this campaign and what we're starting to bring to light is just
So-
traumatizing Stint. So he's just like opening a bottle
Yeah.
of wine right now. Like, fuck, we're gonna get into it.
I was just fucking throwing. I saw that he was a blizzard, and then like he went to the keep, and immediately my mind jumped to Levistes, and I was like, "Wait, is there a connection?" And then like started coming. I was like, "All
I've
right."
forgotten about it.
Nice.
Well, I think it would have worked out anyways, because if that was Craig, I would have to feign ignorance because he's retarded, like legally.
Legally.
It's gonna suck to you.
We're
I'm
gonna
gonna hear
go.
about it.
We're gonna go back to Bryn Shander, bro, and it's gonna be those weirdos hearing noises walking down the street, and Craig's gonna be behind them, like, yeah, I started hearing it too.
Well, Craig had a low-key pretty dope backstory, my guys.
Yeah,
Not really.
yeah.
It took 30 seconds to make.
his,
He did not.
his father had his hand bit off by a giant trout, and then he proceeded to go on a rampage and kill a flock of goats, or a herd of goats, however you call it.
No. Hey, he's back.
Yeah, I went to go pee. Sorry.
No
Okay, I was
worries.
wondering.
Can I
Alright.
make in
You're good.
a chrono check on the statue?
Can I?
Yeah, sure.
Can I do the dream thing first? Like investigate y'all about that?
I guess.
Wait. Dream
Oh, yeah.
thing. Are we sleeping right now?
No,
No,
I had told him
we were
about.
acting suspicious about having weird dreams.
I told him about my weird
Uh-huh.
dream, and then
After he shared his weird dream and then we didn't.
yeah, Kieran was like,
I
"There's
haven't
been a
had
lot
any
of
weird
that."
dreams.
What would I roll to like? Because they acted funny when I said that. They both kind of like looked away from me. What would I roll?
It would be an insight.
Insight. Oh,
I think Kronos actually hasn't had this dream.
that's
If it's
right.
about the beating heart, then no.
Kieran definitely has. Ophelia definitely has. Adol definitely has.
Hey, Poggy
Wait,
Woggy.
beating heart. was
The
thinking of a different
forge, and it's the dragon beating heart.
Oh no, that doesn't ring any bells.
How do you have
The fuck?
a negative to your charisma?
Have you seen him? His
It's
skin
it's
color?
it's wisdom. It's wisdom.
Oh, is it wisdom?
Yeah.
For insight?
hmm
Hilarious.
So that's you definitely can sense something's up.
Why y'all acting like that?
Acting like what?
Talking to Kieran and Cronus.
Oh, yeah. Ignore what I said
Listen,
first.
I will.
Why are y'all being weird?
I've had my own past experiences. I don't think
I showed you mine. Now show me yours.
my dreams, Lauren, would have nothing to do with this current situation. Has nothing to do with Icewind Dale.
Well,
Something
doesn't
tells
have
me
to
it's
do-
the opposite.
The
I had a dream
opposite.
about a bar wench once.
Hey, we
Ford
all
walks
have.
into the room.
we all
Or
had
Adol,
that
rather.
dream. Oh yeah, because we could hear it.
All right, in lieu of trying to change the topic, hey, Stents. No.
Yeah.
Can I make? I don't know if it would like. What check would it be if I want to look at the statue and see if it has any connection towards what we just unraveled? The Nine Hells, Levistes, etc.
He made me roll an Arcana. Yeah.
Okay. Fuck.
I mean,
That's a cool statue, bro.
Yeah, it is.
They're still inside the room, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
you think it
just checking.
does, but you don't know why.
There's
Like,
something. There's something
Probably has to connect
strangely
gods.
appealing about it, but there's also something kind of creepy about it
Probably
at the
it's
same time.
devilish nature. It's the same
Yeah.
way. I have a pretty good knacking to say it has to do, but in terms of actually proving it, I couldn't tell you how. Just
Kind of want to show this
nagging
shit too.
suspicion.
I want to kind of show this shit to Ophelia Nibbles.
Oog might know. He's a paladin.
Ophelia,
isn't
was
he?
there something?
What?
Was there something you wanted it to do?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh no, not right now. I'm just kind of like lost in where everyone is at the moment.
Does
You're
this
just in your
Who
you're
does
just in your
Oog
room, right?
worship?
Oh, that's a good
This is
question.
yeah. This is in like the guy's room. I've
Yeah.
figured it out. I
But you're
kind
just
of
in your
blanked
room,
out
right?
there. Oh
Are you
no,
just
I was waiting. I was waiting out in like the food area for
Oh.
y'all.
Hey, Sense, who does Oog worship?
Oog?
I know he said it. I don't
I think it
remember,
was the same god that Clyde did, actually.
which I also forgot.
It was like the sun one. I don't know.
It's eluding
can't
me
remember.
currently.
Fun one. Is that what he
Sun.
said? Oh,
I know. No, he gave a name. I just forgot what the name was.
I think it's.
Let me just ask him. Hey, Oog.
Ooh.
Maybe. Well, hold on.
Ook.
Let me just randomly throw it in D&D. Hey,
He's like, I am
Oog.
Ook.
What deity do you worship?
Since would I have seen anything that resembled this statue anywhere before?
no roll an Arcana.
Maybe you'll know.
Would it be an Arcana or would it be a history?
Well, we've all rolled Arcana.
What's the question again?
Like, would I have seen this statue, like anything that resembled this statue before? Like, this is a very androgynous looking person. I don't know if this is a male or a female.
What?
The
It looks
statue.
pretty clearly female to me.
Well, that's what. Okay, then that's what I'm saying. Did I happen to ever see some character standing in a blue flame in a cave somewhere that looked like this?
Your roll
what's
Arcana
up?
with advantage.
Roll
Yo, what's
nature to
up?
sex the statue.
That means yes.
I think
Yes,
it's
Born.
I think that's ice, like an ice path behind him, bro.
Yeah, this
In the
looks
picture.
remarkably similar to Levistus. That same person you saw that was in that cage.
I solved it, y'all. Campaign's
Right,
over.
so this looks like a
We've
Levistus.
solved.
All right, Icewind Dale's done. Let's roll new characters.
Yeah.
Oh my
So that's what
God.
you said, Warren. This looks like a Levistus.
Yeah. I was just saying,
Okay.
yeah, this looks like Levistus.
Where did you see that from?
I don't know what he looks like. Or she?
Oh shit, where did I see that? You just
Yeah,
it was
said
in a
that one. Oh,
it was in a cave.
Who was with you at that point?
was this in the dungeon?
It
Oh,
was.
I thought. Is it the fucking? Okay, never mind.
Hold up. Was it
I
the
think there's 3 of you. I
when
don't
it
think
was
Nibbles was a
Ink?
thing yet.
Was it Cared and Evil?
Good and evil.
Yeah, downstairs in the room with the moss that would grow towards the light, towards fire.
It was you,
The
me, and I want to
mannequin.
say Clyde or Adol.
The mannequin thing
I've-
that was for no, it was definitely no, it was Craig because Craig was the one that threw the fucking
Yeah, that's what I
torch at
say.
it.
You, me,
I think I
and I
was
wanted.
there.
It was either Clyde or
Yeah.
Adol.
I think I
Yeah.
was there, but I don't remember that actually. I remember that happening, but I don't remember if I was in that room with y'all.
It was in the room
Is
right
that what
before
that
we.
looked like?
It was in the room right before we walked into the room with Avarice in it.
Yeah.
It was to the
I
right
thought it
of
was
it.
just a man. I thought that statue looks like a
I think it was
girl.
obscured by ice and it kind of looked more like mannequin-ish than anything. But if this is the same color as the ice, we're not gonna be able to tell.
Cool.
It's just gonna look like
All
a
right,
weird
yeah, so
figure.
it's perfect. Well, that ties that together. So we definitely there's shit happening in Cared and Evil. Interesting. I don't know about you guys, but I think we might want to pay a visit.
Well, it honestly sounds like we should.
After we
I
visit a tavern in Molitor with everyone else.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, we should go to the tavern just to make sure, really
Wait.
sink it down. This is something we should digest overnight over some good meat.
I think we
I
got
think-
majority. If they don't want to come, we can leave them here. Fuck them.
Clyde's god, I think, was
Boofa?
Bofa.
Flar
Bofa.
Langens.
The
was
fuck
Bofa.
did you just call me? What? Flarga? What? You didn't say
Flarlangen.
words. Flarlarg.
Might actually. I remember going over gods with him, and he told me he wanted it to be the god of wandering, which is Farlangen. But I also remember him saying something about Celestian at one point. I really don't know. We'll wait for to see what he says.
Yeah.
But sorry, yeah. What do you guys want to do?
To the tavern personally.
Yeah, we should group up with everybody else and then discuss and drink.
I want to ask his mom some questions, a question on the way out too.
Sure.
Just for confirmation's sake, I feel like I'm gonna get the right answer. I think I'm
Go
gonna
walk
get,
over to mom. You come here often.
but I'm jotting all this down on my lore channel so that I can.
Alrighty.
Oh, cutting wood.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just typed in change.
There's a peasant town, Bremen, small town, small.
Mole.
So yeah, I guess you guys all head back downstairs. You see Ophelia and Nibbles waiting you guys.
This is Livistus, right?
I believe it's Levistus.
Okay.
Levistus.
Tutu. I'm just gonna quickly fill in what we figured out to Nibbles and Ophelia.
Alrighty. Nibbles, Ophelia, you are what's the word? Briefed on stuff that's found up in Warthwar's room.
Do I know anything about the things that they're showing us?
Roll Arcana.
Hog.
Unfortunately, you do not.
What the fuck?
What was with the religion rules though?
You know, I'd let you switch to religion, but whatever check it is, you roll on that one.
Yeah.
I don't think
Which tavern are we
Nibbles
convening
wasn't
in?
there.
Did 2 taverns here?
There's 5
Five.
There's
taverns.
5.
Lord of the Rings, the 2 taverns.
Let's go to the biggest one.
Nibbles, you I think did you also brief them on what
Nibbles wasn't with us at this point, right?
yeah,
Like when we
Nibbles,
were originally there.
I
Nibbles wasn't
literally
there.
just briefed her like, hey, we figured out this kid, Horror, has something to do with Levista's witch, and then I'm saying these guys went to Care Evil where there's all shit going on.
Okay.
We were not a part of it though. I wasn't.
It gets to be a point where there's different people entering at different times, so but I knew this would probably happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you also show Nibbles the statue?
Yeah,
Wait,
sure.
was I rolling for the
You
statue?
you might not want to. You
Yeah.
might not want to just pull
Okay.
that thing out in broad daylight like that. You might want to kind of like keep it slightly
Pull
obscured
that
as you're
thing
showing
out.
them.
Nibbles,
Walk up in the club with my dick in my hand. Don't make me put my foot in your ass. Be cool. Hey, sorry, bud.
yeah, this certainly is a statue that would function very similarly to like a spell scroll would function. But it can cast, or you think that it can cast, the following spells: Hellish Rebuke, Armor of Agathes,
Ooh.
and Burning Hands. But once it's used to cast one of those spells, any one of those spells, 3 times, it crumbles.
Okay,
Odd.
spell scrolls anyone can use, right?
Uh,
Or is it
Yeah.
only the people with the affinity to cast it already?
I think you need to make a certain roll to do that, but for this statue, anyone can use it.
Okay.
It doesn't work like a spell scroll. It just functions like it would, I guess. But it has like 3 charges, and then it crumbles, and it doesn't regain charges.
Cool.
So use them wisely.
I give it to a melee person who can't cast spells personally.
No.
The sorcerer is like, no, I must have all the spells.
This magic is mine.
I don't care about spells, bro. I just want statue.
Lama.
He's been
Fair
playing too much Resident Evil 8. He just likes the statues.
But I think the plan now is for us to hit the 5 Tavern Center and kind of just discuss on what we would like to do.
I mean, I think we're just gonna go back to
That's where we are.
Cure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just
Well-
gonna drink now.
Drinks are to be had.
Can I on our way out? Well, let's. Okay, whatever. I just want to ask.
On your way out, where are you going?
We're still
the
in
taverns.
we're still in the
We're in
buried
the inn.
treasures. We're gonna
Oh, are we?
head to the 5 Tavern Center.
Oh, okay.
On the way out, I would like to ask his mom what these tieflings look like that showed up for her son.
All right, so you're about to leave, and you do see. I don't believe you asked her name.
I
But
did
I
not.
don't think we did. We didn't.
Paula's typing a fucking.
His
Probably
name is
just reading
Horror.
and retyping as we say things.
Whore.
You're probably typing
Whore.
Whore.
about the statue,
Dumb
maybe.
bitch.
I don't know.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna walk up to the counter and be like, "Sorry, ma'am, excuse me, I didn't get your name the first time."
Yes. Oh, my name's Cora. Pleasure
Cora?
to be a sir.
That's so much
Yes.
prettier.
Are
War.
you-
Cora, the dreaming mind. Okay,
What did Kieran say?
yeah, okay, so I'm just gonna ask her.
Oh, so that's what it does.
ask her. So you told us earlier about these two tieflings that showed up, and your son went with them. They offered him
Yeah.
shelter or sanctuary or whatever you wanted to call it.
Yep.
Can you describe what they look like? Do you remember?
Sure.
I
One
imagine
looked
you don't see
pretty
too many
pompous.
tieflings. Okay.
Pompous.
Yeah, I don't.
Sounds
The,
like someone I know.
What's funny is that I'm technically wearing his coat.
Oh, is that so? Oh, did you see my son by chance?
I'm not.
Oh, was he there?
Not a chaos.
No. That's out of
Bruh.
character. That's out of character. I'm not saying that to her. I'm just like, I'm wearing Kataraw's cloak right now, which is funny. Like, I'm not. No. I'm not
Oh my
going down
God,
that fucking
dude.
rabbit hole. No. No. Sid's over here trying to get me
Okay.
in fucking trouble. No.
All you had to do was be like, I don't know what your son looks like. Oh fuck.
She nods, and then the other one was a woman. She seemed she's wearing, I don't know, just goofy things that you would see like a cultist wear. Come to think of it, uh, War also started dressing like that. Oh, I
Really.
wish he hadn't.
That's crazy. So like what breast size would you say that tiefling woman had?
Oh,
Ate all.
probably B cup or C cup.
Nice.
You said
Already
that.
better than Ophelia.
What?
You washboard.
Set up stints. I'm gonna send you something real quick.
All right.
Yeah, well. No, you know what? No, I'm just gonna put it in the and just leave it up to.
Mhm.
I mean,
He's not the smartest, okay?
Ophelia is wearing the cultist robe still. Is that?
She kind of she told you all you looked very nice when you walked in.
Oh, good.
You,
Very
you
sweet.
get the sense
She
that
has
she's
good
like
taste then.
she wants to be very hospitable.
Nice.
Did you happen to remember? I know tieflings come in all shapes, sizes, and colors sometimes. Do you remember like what color this woman happened to be?
They were both red.
Both red.
Red skin things.
Hmm.
I was wondering how you're gonna bring that question about.
Yeah, right. uh, hold up. Was Avarice red?
Roll history.
No. Maybe. I
But
thought she was white.
do I need to roll
You
a
asked-
history stance?
You asked that out loud?
Yes. There's a key event that happened definitively in your past that player you isn't remembering that character you might remember.
Okay.
Did Vorn ask that out loud?
Is it
Yeah.
Warren's past or the
You
party?
recall that when you were speaking with Warwar up in that tower, there
Mhm.
was indeed another tiefling.
You're right.
Kind of like another guard, and they would share shifts.
Okay.
You're fucking right. She
Is
said,
that where
yeah,
you got
whatever, and left.
Icewind Dale? Or Playwind Dale?
So one was a woman, a red tiefling woman, and then one was a red tiefling dude. Okay. Okay. Thanks. I was just curious, is all. In case I ever happen to see him again, I can look into what happened to your son.
I hope
Again.
so. I do hope so.
All right.
He didn't
Well,
catch it. Shut up.
it was nice meeting you. I'm going ahead and pay for one of my rooms. I'll be back later.
Thank you.
Mhm.
And she accepts your coin.
All right. All right, guys, let's go.
So yeah, you guys all leave the buried treasures And
Just say it like that.
you proceed to head towards this fabled Five Tavern Center.
Oh my god.
You see that it's like in the center of town, but this town is very small compared to some of the other 10 towns you've been to. There's probably only about, I don't know, there's probably no more than like 150 people here or so in the town proper in all, whereas some towns was much more condensed, if you will. And you see that there's 5 taverns that are sitting in a semicircle in the center of town. And they all look fairly old and pretty poorly maintained. You see that there's some are missing like roof tiles. One has like a broken window that has been shattered. And they basically just do not look like they were built to last, if you will. But they each have different signs and different designs outside of the front of the taverns. And one tavern is called Stones. One tavern is called Even Keel. One tavern is called the River's Mouth. One tavern is called the Grumpy Moose. And one is called the Black Bearded Brother.
Did Clyde have a black beard?
Is that
I don't think he
black
did.
hyphen bearded, or is it black comma bearded? Brother?
Hyphen.
It's a hyphen.
Yeah.
Damn, I thought I might run to another drow here. It should be weird.
Gotta love that grammar.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm experiencing 2 stories at once.
My bad, bro.
It was really breaking our immersion earlier, to be honest.
Trying hard not to laugh. Like, what's going on in the background there, lady? So
Which
shall we?
tavern are we gonna go to?
Biggest one.
Biggest one? Okay, yeah, fuck it. Which one's the biggest one?
I don't know.
There's one that looks like the biggest one.
Well, this one, which one
It's-
looks less shitty?
It's probably the River's Mouth, but this tavern, you can see that it definitely does not look completely great, put it that way. It still has its disrepair as all the other taverns do, but
This
probably
one,
looks shitty.
the one that has like a little T shape to it, looks like the biggest one. I
No,
think.
let's just go to the biggest one. Fuck it.
That is the River's Mouth.
Hell yeah. This is not one of them, right? That one there.
No, that's not a
Okay.
tavern.
All right, River's Mouth
Cool.
is.
Yep.
So yeah, you guys head into the River's Mouth, and give me a sec.
I really liked how the music had footsteps in it just now in the background as we're walking into the river's mouth.
Is that what that is? I've been hearing that. I thought it was just like
You're breaking
freaking out.
my immersion.
The game.
Yeah,
Go
you head inside. There's a couple of people drinking, but not many, and it's fairly small in here, as was the inn. And you see a gentleman behind the counter, and he's got a bit of a stomach on him, and he says, "Welcome, welcome. How's it going?"
I don't like this guy.
The name's Rory. What can I get for you?
Nice to meet you, Rory. What you got on the menu?
I've been running a bit low on ale. Been running a bit low on lots of things. But I got some ale.
Hard to run low on piss. But let's have what you got.
I could do a mug for a silver piece.
Kieran is
That's a dick.
on one today.
I know.
This man is.
He's supposed to be a dick. I just haven't played it well.
Kieran Savage. Okay. Good Lord.
Here's
Bro,
Spicy little guy.
I'm just glaring at Kieran like, bro, I thought I was the fucking asshole. This kid. It's like he doesn't have anywhere else for the anger to go. It's all compressed in, so it just goes out because it can't go up.
Well,
Fuck it, I'll have a mug of ale too. I don't drink that
That'll
often.
be it.
Fuck it.
1 silver piece.
All right, yeah.
And
It's
it's
like a silver piece.
2 mugs on the counter.
wait, how much is the ale?
1 silver piece.
For one glass? Or for one mug?
1 mug, 1 silver piece.
Fuck it. I'll take it.
One of the guys who's drinking sees you kind of like, all you guys kind of like, ale's that much? And he starts like laughing. He starts going,
Why do you need to fire?
We getting overcharged?
he's got a cigar and he like draws it and he's like, they haven't had ale here for a while.
I feel like at some point we probably could have done something about these exorbitant prices.
No, it could have killed everybody.
What?
He draws on his cigar again.
How's
And
that
he
mean?
says, there's rumors of a
An ale shortage in
abandoned
this
sea
town, though.
vessel up north. A ship that is ruined
what's
in the
her
ice.
North, you say? I've been there.
What was her name?
Let's see if he recalls. It's a lot of it's rumors. There haven't been many people who've gone up north.
Does the name the
But-
Dark Duchess jog your memory?
That is one that is passed around. They claim, these rumors claim that there be ale on board the Dark Duchess. But there are many monsters said to lurk up north.
I bet.
It'd be very dangerous to do such a quest. And there have
Not
been
many
no
men
heroes.
come back from a quest like
remnant.
that.
Sounds like one of
Yeah.
them made its way south, and I'm just gonna glare at Kieran.
Kieran just
I-
drugs.
And Rory says, hey, if you can bring me any ale, I will give you the fair price of the bottle, along with 150 gold pieces.
I mean, we could just keep it.
Rory shrugs and he's like wiping down the glass.
I've got an idea, guys.
Anyways,
Buy a
so
bunch of ale
what's-
off of them, right? Because
what,
it's one
what-
silver. Oh, it's like it's 1 silver for a mug of ale, right?
Pull it back for more.
Let's buy all of his ale, right? And just start pouring it and holding it in my bag of holding, right? And then we'll
Okay.
just go buy a couple barrels that haven't been used, and we'll just start pouring it all into the barrels.
Say this out
Fast.
loud next to him.
No, no. Do you hear the volume at which I'm talking? Right? And then we'll just bring the casks back and be like, look, we brought ale. And then we can turn a profit on it.
I like the way you
mean-
think.
If we spend 150 silver buying all of his ale, or however much it would cost, right, and we bring it back, we can make 150 gold. Which is 100 times the profit, right? Am I math right? I don't know. I'm bad at math.
Well, it's at least profit. But how much ale does he have?
Yeah,
Let's
that's
ask
what I
him.
want to know.
Hey, Rory,
What'll
as
do
an
ya?
as an estimate, what would you think would it cost us to buy all the ale that you have left right now?
I would probably sell it to you for 200 gold pieces.
Oh my god, you're fucking.
I was just curious. Thank you, sir.
I don't
Warren,
have
you're a
that
dumbass.
much.
Damn. Ooh, I got a better idea. Let's go to another town that sells it for cheaper, and then buy all their ale and do the same thing.
Bro, I mean, or we could just like not worry about it and drink the ale that we have. Like, why we gotta make a whole deal about this?
If
Look.
we're moving up north, I'm gonna need all the drinks I can get tonight.
Look, bro, just let me have my moments, okay?
Yo, this guy that was telling us about the ship up north though, looks like he has some good stories. I say we hang out with him.
If you guys
Alright.
got a map, I can mark it for you.
Who's all? Does Vorn have our map?
No, Ophelia has it.
Ophelia,
Oh.
she's working on it though. Actually, I don't think I caught your name, stranger.
Oh, me.
You sound like Miguel.
Gail.
Miguel? Is that what you said?
Yeah, Miguel.
That's it's kind of you. My name's actually Mike.
It's nice to meet you. My name's Adol.
Nice to meet you, Adol. So you guys don't have a map then?
We have one, but it's not finished. Would you?
It's a work in progress.
We're having to redraw it from memory. Do you think you'd be able to help
Yeah.
with that?
Maybe, I don't know.
I
How
could-
good are you at cartography?
I could help draw a few parts. If you pay me some coin.
How much coin
Smokes
we
on a
talking?
cigar again.
Time is money. I say it's worth
5
it.
gold pieces for an hour.
How
They're
much?
5 gold pieces.
5 for an hour of you scribbling on our map.
Yeah.
What say you fellas?
Well,
What do
Ophelia's
you
the one
think?
doing all the work. We're doing this. I think we should leave it up to her call.
All right, Ophelia, what do you think? You want somebody else?
Scribbles of you
Do you want somebody else to help you in your
Aaron looks
fanfiction?
at her and then back at the dude and slides him 5 gold.
Can I roll a persuasion and try to get him to do it for like 3 gold coins?
Sure.
Hell yeah. All right.
Damn.
Oh, yeah, it's probably gonna work. But what do you say to him?
Just ask. We're a little low on funds right now. We've been traveling around a lot. Is there any way that I can get you to bargain with us a little bit on that price? Maybe 3 gold coins. Give us some room to actually have some living expenses.
He looks at you with beady eyes as he smokes on his cigar, and he says, I'm a retired man, and it'll buy me some ale. I could take a look at it."
Thank you. And I will give him the 3 gold coins.
Alrighty.
You guys are just fucking throwing money around. Ugh.
Hey, Stint, I have a question about Druidcraft.
Sure.
It creates a sensory effect, right?
Yeah.
Does that include taste?
I suppose you could.
Can you do 2 things at once? Like, could I do a smell and a taste at the same time?
It would be 6
Question.
seconds apart.
Oh. I
Unless
have an
you could
idea.
somehow.
Ophelia's gonna try and make one of our shits taste like ass, bro.
No.
Joke's on you. I eat it.
We don't even need to buy alcohol. We can just get water.
Oh, that's some. Yeah, I'm just gonna stare at Ophelia in disgust. Bro, you can recreate all you want, bro, but you can't recreate
Kieran looked
the
at her like he's a
effect.
genius.
You can't recreate the effect.
You're right.
Oh, so
He's never had alcohol.
we can rip off some fucking town folk, but you won't skin a bear. Nice.
That's some
I
real
didn't say.
Bible Belt shit of you.
That's some druid priorities right there.
I'm
I mean, y'all
surprised
do
you
whatever
don't.
y'all do whatever you want. I ain't part of
I'm
that.
just humming while I'm drawing a VTuber.
I'm surprised you don't drink more, Ophelia, considering it's made out of fucking plants.
Is it?
Yeah.
Ale
Bruh.
is.
Ophelia looks shocked.
Yeah. I mean, meat is milk and honey, but ale is made out of plants, dude. Chick.
You want to try some of mine?
Yeah. You know
Ophelia
what? No,
nods.
let's
Alright,
let
here you go.
Ophelia try that.
Hell yeah. There you go. Bottoms up.
So I'll need you guys to roll Constitution checks. Everyone who's drinking.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
constituted
just
as
a
fuck.
Constitution saving throw.
Constitution save. Yeah, sorry.
I swear to God, I rolled a 1 for a second there.
I almost did. Oh wait, that's not even the right fucking thing.
No, it is.
Is it? It
Uh,
doesn't say Constitution save on mine.
It's the same modifiers.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, Kieran has double because he's a
I have stout
halfling.
resilience.
You guys all feel buzzed. Adol, you feel a bit tipsy,
Nice.
Yeah.
a little bit sloppy right out of the gate.
I'm just like sitting at the table with my face planted against it.
Ophelia like passing it over to Nibbles a little bit.
I'm gonna slide down, put my arm around Fred, and lean in and be like, "You should hit on Ophelia, bro."
Ophelia looks like a guy. No thanks.
Oh, you just need more. You just need more drink, bro. I'm gonna slide.
Yeah, I
down
look
what's
for-
left of my mug. Come on, dude.
Nah, bro.
No, come on.
Nah, man.
Let's see if I get Ophelia drunk enough to hit on you. Hey, Ophelia.
Mm.
I'm gonna slide the mug out from in front of Adol over to her and be like, "Here, you should finish some more." Like, it really takes a bit to kick in. Trust me, you'll
For
like
what's
it.
the kick in?
For the plantiness.
Planning this.
Trust me.
As you guys are doing this, Mike takes your map and he's smoking his cigar and he's looking it over and he says, "What is this? A VTuber?"
Ophelia nods while taking another drink.
He sighs and continues working on it.
Do I need to do another roll or something?
Did you finish your drink or are you finishing
don't
your
know.
drink?
I mean, I took a sip of Adol's, didn't I?
No,
Yeah, we'll just
Oh,
say you
yeah.
finish
no,
it.
it was mine. I tried to get him to drink mine, and then since he wouldn't drink it, I just kept sliding it over to you.
Sorry,
Okay.
just going back and forth. These drinks are going all over the place already for
Anyone
me.
who's finishing a drink will need a con save. Nibbles, you feel a bit buzzed.
I'm going for seconds.
Is Ophelia gonna
Yeah,
drink
what's
it? Drink it.
Oh yeah, I want to see what Thala's gonna say first.
It doesn't matter. It's a Thala typing, bro. You can't metagame it.
Well,
I'll get
if I drink another one, I'm passing it on with to Nibbles too.
Kieran, you feel a
Alright.
bit buzzed as well.
Good.
Adol's secretly thinking about casting spider climb on himself so he can be on the ceiling and get some spicy down blouse.
some
Feel
spicy down blouse.
I don't know
Ophelia's
what that
holding her
means.
own pretty well.
I'm pretty shocked. I'm gonna get up and get another mug.
Alright.
So what platiness am I supposed to be tasting?
Did you finish it?
I finished that one.
Slide her another mug. Here. Gotta get to the bottom of it. All the way down.
She's a chirp. Oh, I like it, nibbles.
When you return, Vorin, Mike returns the map to you guys. It's probably been about an hour after at this point, and you notice that the map is probably about half done at this point.
Okay.
He put a lot of work into it.
Ooh.
But you can also see now all of the VTubers that Ophelia's been working on.
God damn it.
Holy shit, dude.
Jesus Christ.
Why did we trust this person with our map?
That wasn't him. That was Ophelia. He's been
Yeah, I
drawing.
know. That's why. That's what I'm talking about.
So we can
I-
see all the extra stuff now.
Hey,
And he had
sis,
marked
check
this
your
part.
messages when you get a chance.
Where did he
Okay.
mark?
The top left.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, just above the demon and
Normally-
right under the.
Callie.
I actually did not know that would be VTuber.
Oh my gosh.
You sent it
I
to
ordered her. I ordered her a vinyl album though.
me.
I love
I
the
also
fucking
like-
Pecora picture.
I like the penis in the bottom right.
Large
That
town,
was
small
me.
town. Jesus.
That's a Kieran drawing. That penis.
I like that it's large town and small town.
As much as I would like to keep going, guys, I think I'm gonna have to call it here.
Okay.
That's
Oh
okay.
man.
Hope
New
you guys had
beginnings.
fun.
I guess I'll finish Inala's final drink. Or
That was
Yvonne's.
sick.
Nice.
And
think
Ophelia
I'm-
sloshed.
I have to get ready for next session because it sounds like me and Ophelia are gonna smash. Gotta get that fanfic shit ready, man. He's gonna Adol's just gonna be like sliding his
Start
hands up
writing
her
it.
thighs. He's gonna hit her with the so what brings you to
Side
Icewind Dale?
content.
You guys are gonna have a baby.
Oh no.
I'm gonna call her Pecora. And we're gonna abandon it.
Was that 10 for the drink, Ophelia?
Hmm.
Hell yeah. Get fucked. Child of prophets.
I'm sorry, Anala. I just saw DMs.
Oh, you just saw it?
Well, it made me remember when this happened.
The child's name's gonna be Fred Snowwalker.
Fred, no walker. And it will be a girl.
Thanks for the sesh.
It's just too funny, dude.
Yeah. This is
Something was here.
I was mad. I was like, is no one making these connections? Like, I thought we were gonna leave today without being like, nah, it's Karen the Evil, bro.
well.
Why is there hairy chest Dungeon Daddy on my fucking what am I looking
Painful. All right, be back.
No, yeah, I forgot about that. Dingy underwear.
Oh my god. I like how it's like
Creased in the middle, like he ironed it.
yeah, dude.
Alright, I'm in here recording.